I just wanted to come back and touch base with you guys after I have completed my first week of law school. Um, some of you may know I am a 1LE, which is an evening student. So the program that I am meets 3 nights a week from 6:30 to 9:30, and then we will also have classes in the summer to make up the coursework. The program is a little longer. Most law school programs are 3 years. This one is 4 years, just so that we can make sure we get everything that we need. But it is a year round program for us, essentially. So I do work full time. I'm a parent, and then I'm also tackling this law school thing. So I'm very excited about that. So back to the first week. All right, we've had orientation week before last, and orientation was 2 parts. It was 2 nights. I think it was Tuesday and Thursday, and orientation was good. They actually, you meet the deans. They give you a nice, empowering speech to kind of send you on your way. And then we had some classes where they talked about case briefing and outline. We had some classes where they kind of talked to us about the technology in the building. Very excited about all of the technology that my school has to offer for just classes, and the recordings and just all the things that you can do in your study rooms. And they seem to have a lot to offer that would be beneficial for us during this time of law school. And so we also got registered for Westlaw and LexisNexis and things that we used or going to need for the semester. So that's kind of an overview of what orientation was like. Off to the first week, we did have assignments in. We use Westlaw for our classes, and so we had assignments in our classes. So we were working the week before, trying to read cases, trying to brief cases, getting books, reading chapters, trying to be prepared for the first day. So the weekend before law school, I'd like to say that orientation actually kind of kicked it off because you had assignments even during orientation. So now we're 1 week in, feeling a little better by Thursday night than I was Monday night. So things seem to start to be coming together. It is a lot of work, and I'm sure it's only going to pick up. I'm sure the first week was a little slower than probably what I can expect over the next couple weeks, but I have 3 classes right now: legal writing class, torts class, and civil procedure. I'm really liking all of my professors, and so I'm interested to learn a great deal from them and kind of connect with my classmates as well as we go through this journey. The interesting thing about being an evening student is that you actually have classes, your substantive classes, with second year evening students. So my torts class and our um, civil procedure class is not just first year students, it's a mix of first year and second year. So I think that was a little scary for some of us, but I think that the 2Ls, they've been very supportive. They're able to help us with some things, but they're taking these classes for the first time also. So it's not like they know all of the answers. Um, so that's interesting. That's great to be able to kind of connect with some of them and have some people to kind of talk to about class. Um, what else? So I did tell you guys I'll kind of show you what books I had for legal writing. We're using this book as kind of the main textbook. I think in the last one I showed you this book here, which is considered a supplement for this class, and one of our professors, old previous professors and current professors, have edited this book right here. So legal writing, I think right now we're really kind of working on like spotting issues and creating issue statements. I'm enjoying that class very much. I really do think that the PBAT program that I did in the summer, which was 2 weeks, at least gave me a little bit of peek into what we were going to be doing. And so I'm still learning new stuff because that class is only 2 weeks, right? And so, but there are some things that I've at least seen before, that I think are a little bit more helpful for me to just feel a little more comfortable, just a little teeny bit. Um, So my torts class, look at this book, y'all. This thing is real, okay? And guess what? This is not a textbook of lessons like you would normally have, like I had in undergrad. This is a textbook of cases. So that was a little interesting for me, that like you open it up and you are right into like, okay, let's talk about this case. There might be a little small paragraph of like a little small summary. This is what these set of cases are about to be about. But look, y'all, straight up, I don't know if you can see that, straight up cases. Okay, so for torts, we jumped right into reading cases and trying to understand what they were about, trying to pick out all the pieces. I will tell y'all, so when I went to orientation, they gave us this 10-point brief to do. And they said, you should do this 10-point brief. It will help you pull out the information. And so the weekend before class, I'm doing my 10-point briefs, right? I'm reading my cases, doing my 10-point briefs. Now, our professor, when we got there, basically gave us an idea of what he wants, right? And so while I think it's awesome that they gave us that 10-point brief, because it helped me be able to pick out some of the information, and truthfully, I'm still incorporating most of the information that's in the 10-point brief, but some of the sections are kind of smushed, right? So I think mine is down to like a 5 to 6 point brief, in terms of what he wants for his class. So I'm liking that. I'm learning that. The biggest thing I've noticed for me with torts is that you have a rule, and then you have the rule that's broken down into these elements. So trying to organize my notes to fit the pieces of the elements, right? Because each case is related to an element. So for me, I'm just kind of working on trying to like organize my notes and get things to a place where they make sense. And the examples, these cases make sense under this rule, and that it all kind of comes together for me. So I am using examples and explanation series. I used it this week. I found that this helped me a little bit better with that portion of like just organizing. Excuse me, y'all. I'm kind of trying to get over a little cold. Just organizing my notes and organizing like the pieces of the elements and the examples that go with those pieces. So this for me has been helpful already. So I do use that. And then civil procedure. This is our book let me show you that. This is our book for civil procedure. Now, I will say we had a little snafu with the books for civil procedure. So we had one professor assigned to us, which was on our book list. And then literally, I think like right before orientation, our professor got changed. And so we got a new professor, and he required a different book. So most of the class had already purchased the original book. So everybody's like hustle and bustle trying to get to the bookstore, get the new book, make sure you have what you need. Our professor's been really patient with us this week because he knows that people didn't have the book. But I think right now everybody kind of has the book. We did have one of our classmates, and it was really nice that they put the first chapter of the book on our Westlaw class. So for people who didn't have the book, because they had it, they scanned it and put the first chapter out there so that people could read that. But I do like this book. Now, this book I think is a little bit better in that it does give you, it's like a textbook that you would normally read. Now, there are cases in here sprinkled throughout, but your cases are kind of set as your examples, and even as they're going from topic to topic, they'll use some of the cases from the previous example to kind of pull it in and tie it all together. Now we're only in the beginning, so maybe that will change as I go through the book, but so far I kind of like that about this book. Our professor also has been uploading the cases for us, so he's been putting them up on the website so that we can just print them off and view the cases. I'm not sure if that's going to continue or if he was just doing that because we didn't have the books, or if the cases that he's choosing are not in this book. So that's civil procedure. I'm using the examples and explanations for civil procedure as well. I haven't read this one yet because I'm still working through this. So that's my plan today is actually to get all squared away for my civil procedure. So in terms of my schedule, because we have class 3 nights a week and I work full time, the only night that we really have off is Wednesday night, and then you have the weekend. So my plan is to use the weekend as my preparation for the next week. So I plan to try to get all of my assignments done on the weekend, trying to get my outlining done and organization of my notes on the weekend as well. And then Wednesday, I would use to kind of touch up anything that I need to do for Thursday. Now, it's likely that we may have assignments on Tuesday night that are going to be due Thursday, so I would plan to use Wednesday for that time as well. So I'm just trying to get organized and kind of come up with my own little schedule. The other thing is trying to like fit in all the other stuff. So it's early right now. It is 8 o'clock. The family is still in the bed. So I thought, let me come do a quick video and kind of touch base with you guys. I'm about to get cracking on this homework before they get up and they want to eat and all that good stuff. So if you have any questions, leave them below. I'll try to touch back with you guys and do another video and just kind of keep you updated on how this process is going for me. I know it's going to be an adjustment for everybody. It's already been an adjustment for everybody in my household and in my family and connected to me. So we're just working through it. But thank you guys for all your support. I appreciate you watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.